We all like to feel welcome when we are doing a job interview, right? Who disagrees that a big smile on the interviewer's face, a friendly tone of voice, and a nice behavior helps to make us feel comfortable since the very beginning? However, because the recruiters are human, it does not always happen. I have been in the candidate's position many times in my life, in different countries, having different recruiters in front of me, and I know exactly how it feels to be there. Even if you're very good at what you do and you are an expert in interviews, there is always a bit of stress involved on this process. You know that the other person is evaluating you and needs to make a decision that will affect your life. What you might not know yet is that the interview process affects the recruiter's life too. Yes, you heard it right. The interview process also affects the person who is interviewing you. Candidates normally do not see the interview situation from the recruiter's point of view, and that is normal. The candidate is already doing his part in keeping himself together and trying to cause a positive impression, and that is a lot. However, let me tell you one thing. The main goal the recruiter has in his job is to fill up an open position with the right person. In other words, hire somebody for the job. It doesn't mean that the recruiter should select the first candidate he sees, although sometimes it happens. But believe me, the recruiter wants to give you a job if possible, because this is his job. Match the candidate with the position requirement, finish that, and then go to another position, another candidate, and start it all over again. Doing interviews all day long can be tiring. Like in most of the jobs, recruiters need to try to keep the same energy level, concentration, interest, and professionalism with the first candidate early in the morning and with the last one of the day. He needs to be friendly during the interview, even if he has a big headache or did not have time to eat lunch because there was a delay on the previous interview. He should treat you professionally, even if he just left from a meeting with his boss and the feedback he received is not good at all. I guess I can imagine what you're thinking right now. Yes, I see that. It all sounds real and possible to happen. But as a candidate, I don't care. This is my job interview. Can this recruiter do at least my interview in a nice way and then release his stress in some other candidate but me? Well, I wish I could say that you never have to deal with a recruiter with a long face or not smiling at all during the interview or giving signs that he seems to be busy with something else. But that's not the reality. Sorry. There are bad recruiters, that's a fact, and there are good and professional ones, but even those might have a bad day. And you might be the person in front of him in one of those days to do your interview. There are no excuses for the recruiter's inappropriate behavior, and this is not what I'm trying to do here at all. Respect the candidate's time and availability to do the interview should be the background for every single contact between the candidate and the recruiter. It doesn't matter if the person is qualified for the position or not. We can never guess the sacrifices that the candidate in front of us made to be there. Maybe the candidate is taking a day off from work to be available for the interview. Maybe he's paying a cyber cafe to have a good connection in case of a Skype interview. Maybe he decided to buy a new suit to look good for the interview. Maybe he's coming straight from a night shift without sleeping to do the interview. Maybe he was not working, but he couldn't sleep at all due to stress thinking about the interview. I have seen all those cases myself and many others. So my point is, do not take it personally if the recruiter seems a bit unpolite with you and does not treat you the way you wish and deserve. The situation probably has nothing to do with you personally, but with his bad day. As I mentioned before, I know that it should not happen. But if it happened, it might increase your nerves during the interview. So please do yourself a favor and do not assume the problem is with you. Do not take it personally. We recruiters are humans, just like you. If we do not manage to deal with stress, bad days, work schedule, and pressure during your interview, I hope at least we'll be able to manage that later when making a fair decision about your process. In any case, you can't control the recruiter's behavior, so do your part, keep confident, let's hope you get a positive reply. Do your best and go ahead. As you know, English is not my native language. I use it because I can reach more people and share my experience with you. Feel free to visit my blog at julianarabbi.blogspot.com and find more articles and videos.